Hi there, I'm just a second level fighter who likes talking about Dungeons and Dragons, and I am apparently a content creator now. So, how's it going? And what's next? Let's talk about it. First of all, Happy New Year, seasonal greetings, and all of that business. Secondly, if you've clicked on any of my videos at all, thank you. I really do appreciate all the support and engagement I've received in the past 3 months of doing this. At the time of recording, we're sitting at around 450-ish subscribers, which is mind-boggling to me. When I dropped the first video, I didn't expect it to get this far, but it did, and I appreciate all the comments and likes and subscribes. I truly do. It's honestly humbling that someone would take time out of their day to watch something I created or to leave their thoughts and opinions for me to see. You're all legends, and I really appreciate you. Anyhow, I've learned a lot about D&D and YouTube. I'm still learning, and that's not going to change anytime soon, but I obviously don't know everything about D&D, and I have gotten many things wrong. The Hexblade video is a living testament to that. Yeah, mistakes were made, but it's a new edition, kind of. All I can do is try to be better at catching mistakes before the videos get published. However, let me assure you there will be many more second level fighter videos to come. But I'm still figuring things out and finding my place in everything. YouTube is a strange ecosystem and the D&D space is somewhat saturated. While I don't believe everything that there is to say has been said yet, that doesn't mean I necessarily have anything unique or even new to say. But honestly, none of that matters because, as I state in every single video, I'm just a second level fighter who likes talking about D&D, and I want to keep doing that. So, what's next for the channel? Well, more videos, obviously. But some things need to change, and we need to keep improving. I'm definitely happy with the progress so far, but I've recently found myself asking what exactly I want this channel to cover. Now, D&D obviously, but is it a power gaming and optimization focused experience, or are we just chatting about the vibes of things, or do we want to cover some lore? The answer has already been stated multiple times. I just want to talk about D&D and eventually other stuff too. Personally, I'm fascinated with optimization. But when I find something silly and fun, optimization takes a backseat and I couldn't care less. In my own games, I'm perfectly content to sit around and waste inordinate amounts of time role-playing with the most meaningless NPCs and characters too. What I'm trying to say is that D&D has an incredibly broad spectrum of things that interest me, and I get the feeling that that is a very commonly shared sentiment. But what lies ahead? Who knows? Let's talk about the plan though. Most of my videos so far have covered subclasses and some of the ways you can approach building them. However, I'd like to focus a bit more on concepts and topics outside of that because they're interesting. And if subclasses didn't exist, D&D would still function as a game, even mechanically speaking. I want to ramble, rant, and rave about things that stick out or even just obscure things that I notice. Who knows at this point? But the subclass videos will still come. I want to get to every last one of them. However, if you watch more than one of them, you may have noticed that they are a tad formulaic, and that needs to change somewhat. I will still use a formula, it makes my life much easier, but I'm not entirely happy with the process and the outcome. There are only so many times I can suggest that a spellcaster takes the resilient feat to get proficiency in constitution saves before I lose enthusiasm. If I carried on the way things are, many of the videos would contain the exact same information. Take paladins, for example. So we're going to switch things up a bit to make it more interesting. Hopefully not only for me. I do like keeping the videos between 15 to 20 minutes long, though that feels like a decent enough time to explore things fully. What does this new formula look like? Well, as with most of the things I've been talking about, I don't know yet, but we'll find out soon. Then I have some other ideas that I want to try out eventually. I don't think they'll surface anytime soon, but they will surface at some point in the future. Stuff like comparing builds at certain points in the game, or taking a look at how we could borrow stuff from other IPs and implement it into our games. Oh, and definitely some tier lists. Those are fun and they upset people, so that's awesome. All in all, I just want to inject more of my own thoughts and opinions into my content and personalize it somewhat. Yes, I'm aware that my videos come off as generic, and that was partially intended. Now that I know how to make the things somewhat, let's try make them more interesting, even if only for myself. Anyhow, I have some upcoming video ideas to share with you, and you can expect to see them very soon. I really want to dive into what edition we're playing right now, as well as what combination of things I cover on the channel. A few comments about the 2024 PHB and the confusion it has caused have popped up throughout my videos, so I want to set the record straight, while also covering all the ways we can enjoy 5e or 5.5e. I don't really care what it's called. Then we're going to start a new round of subclass videos. Yes, I haven't done an artificer one, but the UA dropped and it was confusing, and I want to wait a bit before I cover any of those 4 subclasses from Tash's Cauldron. So we're going to kick it off with the single most broken subclass in the current edition, that being the Chronergy Wizard from the Wildmount book, which is basically an official sourcebook for Critical Role setting of Exandria. If you weren't aware, the Chronergy Wizard can effectively concentrate on 2 spells at once, and that's a problem. Finally, I'm not sure exactly when, but the new monster manual is coming, and I'm absolutely going to dig through and find some stuff to discuss. Most likely starting off with my favorite group of monsters in D&D, the majesty and perfection that is the old aunties and grannies that frequent the woods, and spell doom for anyone foolish enough to interact with them. Hags. Yes, I like hags. All right, that was a strange and short one. I felt like I wanted to share some of my thoughts. This channel has been an experience. I don't know any other way to put it. I also don't know what the end goal is. Just keep talking about D&D, I guess. But if you've made it this far into the video, what are you doing? I already called you a legend in the beginning. In all seriousness, though, thank you for watching. I really do appreciate it. But yeah, I am a second level fighter, and that'll do it for this one. Cheers.